A movie is like a window into the human experience, but some windows were never meant to be opened. Since the birth of film, there has existed a shadow catalog of film. These aren't the movies that win awards or headline box office. From the video nasties that sent 1980s Britain into a moral frenzy, to the modern new French extremity that pushed the human body to its literal breaking point, some films aren't just entertainment, they are endurance tests, psychological scars. Today we are descending. We aren't just looking for gore, we're looking for the why. Why were these stories told? Why did governments fear them so much that they tried to erase them from history? And what does it say about us that we still want to watch? We are going beyond the disturbing and into the truly obscure. From the medical nightmares of the German underground to the neon-soaked mutations of Japanese splatter. Pack your nerves, this is the ultimate collection of the most disturbing, obscure and banned movies worldwide. Let's start with the household names. Part 1. The infamous banned and video nasties. These films faced legal bans or heavy censorship in countries like the UK, Australia and Germany. In the early 80s, the UK went into a moral tailspin over the home video boom. The director of public prosecutions created a list of films that could lead to retailers being prosecuted. Some were harmless, but these are the ones that actually earned their reputation. A Serbian film, Cannibal Holocaust, 120 Days of Sodom, I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, August Underground and its sequels Mordom and Penis, Man Bites Dog, Faces of Death, Faces of Death 2, The Human Centipede Trilogy, Philosophy of a Knife, The Vomit Gore Trilogy, Black Mass of the Nazi Sex Wizard, Grotesque, Snuff, Cannibal Ferox, Gestapo's Last Orgy, SS Experiment Camp, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Blood Feast, The Driller Killer, House on the Edge of the Park, Island of Death, Killer Nun, Love Camp 7, Night of the Bloody Apes, Nightmares in a Damaged Brain, The Beast in Heat, In the Realm of the Senses, Pink Flamingos, Thriller A Cruel Picture, Mark of the Devil, Antichrist, The Devils, The Beyond, The House by the Cemetery, Mardi Gras Massacre, Absurd, Anthropophagus, Axe, Possession, Evil Speak, Exposé, Night of the Demon, Extro, The New York Reaper, Witchfinder General, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Toolbox Murders, The Evil Dead, Dawn of the Dead. This is where film history gets truly dangerous. We are moving from the legal panic of the 1980s Britain into the modern high art brutality of France. Part 2. New French Extremity and European Shock. In the late 90s, French directors decided that horror wasn't enough. They wanted to create films that felt like a physical assault. This movement is known for high production value, philosophical themes and unyielding violence. Martyrs, Inside, High Tension, Irreversible, Base-moi, Trouble Every Day, Frontiers, Raw, In My Skin, Titan, Climax, The Ordeal, Shaitan, High Lane, Somber, 29 Palms, I Stand Alone, Revenge, The Pack, Taxidermia, Subconscious Cruelty, The Big Fucking Movie, Melancholy Their Angel, The Golden Glove, Aftermath, Genesis, Cannibal Terror, In a Glass Cage, Baskin, Atroz, Kuso, The House That Jack Built, Hagazusa, Found, Headless, The Bunny Game, Snuff 102, Trauma, Territories, The Italian Cannibal Cycle. This genre is defined by Mondo-style realism, jungle survival, and extreme practical effects. Most of these films contain real animal cruelty, which was a standard trope of the era. Man from Deep River, Last Cannibal World, Eaten Alive, Zombie Holocaust, Mountain of the Cannibal God, Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals, Cannibal Apocalypse, Massacre in Dinosaur Valley, Natura Contro, German Underground. Unlike the Japanese style, German underground extremity, especially from the 80s and 90s, is often slow, melancholic, and obsessed with the physical reality of death. Necromantic 1 and 2, The Death King, Shram, The Burning Moon, Prometheus the Fallen Angel, Beyond the Limits, Violent Shit Trilogy, Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence, Medical Body Horror. This subgenre plays on our universal fear of hospitals, loss of autonomy, and the violation of the human form by science. Tusk, Victim, Excision, American Mary, Mondo and Death Docs. Mondo films began in the 1960s as sensationalist documentaries about weird cultures, but eventually evolved into the death tapes of the 80s. These often contain real-life footage of tragedies, which makes them the most controversial entries in cinema history. Mondo Cane, Africa Addio, The Killing of America, Traces of Death, Orozco the Embalmer, Death Scenes, Shocking Asia, Part 3 Agent Extreme and Global Horror. A selection of the most intense cinema from Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, and beyond. Many of these films are characterized by fountain-style blood sprays, impossible body mutations, and a dark sense of humor. They are often high energy and visually inventive. Audition, Ichi the Killer, Visitor Q, Imprint, Gozu, Guinea Pig Franchise, Devil's Experiment, Flowers of Flesh and Blood, He Never Dies, Android of Notre Dame, Devil Woman Doctor, and Mermaid in a Manhole, Organ, Suicide Club, Tumbling Doll of Flesh, All Night Long Trilogy, Meatball Machine, Meatball Machine Kodoku, Tokyo Gore Police, Machine Girl, Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl, Cold Fish, Battle Royale, Naked Blood, Red Room 1 and 2, Junk Food, Man Behind the Sun franchise, Story of Ricky, Art of the Devil Trilogy, Meat Grinder, Kichiku Banquet of the Beasts, Entrails of a Virgin, Entrails of a Beautiful Woman, The Untold Story, Three Extremes, Dumplings, The Sadness, Red to Kill, Run and Kill, Tetsuo the Iron Man, Rubber's Lover, Marebito, Macabre, Woman's Flesh, My Red Guts, Evil Dead Trap and Evil Dead Trap 2 Hideki, Kuzo the Thing Forsaken by God, Devil Fetus, Hex, Corpse Mania, Raped by an Angel, Daughter of Darkness, Robotrix, Pieta, 13 Beloved, Centipede Horror, Helldriver, I Saw the Devil, The Isle, Mebius, Ebola Syndrome, Dr. Lamb, Guilty of Romance, Lesson of the Evil, A Record of Sweet Murder, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, Dream Home, The Boxer's Omen, Seeding of a Ghost, The Eternal Evil of Asia, Red Spell Spells Red, The Blue Jean Monster, The Sleep Curse, Project Wolf Hunting, Bad Guy, Address Unknown, Human Space Time and Human, The Night Comes for Us, Mystics in Bali, Part 4 Underground, Avant-Garde and Iceberg Films, Obscure, often low-budget films known for their transgressive or surrealist content, Begotten, The Poughkeepsie Tapes, Megan is Missing, The Great American Snuff Film, Black Metal Veins, Be My Cat, A Film for Anne, Junk Film, Chaos, Little Otik, Enter the Void, Water Power, The Sinful Dwarf, German Angst, Video Violence, Gutter Balls, Hanger, Butchered, The Girl Next Door, Part 5 Global Obscurity, Blood-Sucking Freaks, Eden Lake, 100 Tears, 491, 7 Days, Candle for the Devil, A Cat in the Brain, A Hole in My Heart, A Lizard in a Woman's Skin, A Virgin Among the Living Dead, Adrian Garcia Boliano's Cold Sweat, Alucarda, American Guinea Pig franchise, Bloodshock, Bouquet of Guts and Gore, Sacrifice and the Song of Solomon, Angustia, Arrebato, Avenged, Awakening of the Beast, Baby Blood, Bad Biology, Ban the Sadist Videos, Bandit Queen, Basket Case, Bastard, Bite, Black Devil Doll from Hell, Blind Beast, Bloody Moon, Body Melt, Brain Damage, Brain Dead or Dead Alive, Breeding Farm, Broken, Brutes and Savages, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, Butterfly Kiss, Cannibal Campout, Cannibal Mercenary, Castle Freak, Cat Sick Blues, Cigarette Burns, Citizen Toxie, The Toxic Avenger 4, City of the Living Dead, Combat Shock, Come and See, Cub, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Cutting Moments, Daddy's Girl, Day of the Dead, Dead Girl, Deadbeat at Dawn, Death Nurse, Death Powder, Death Weekend, Deep Throat, Demonia, Sweet Movie, Don't Look in the Basement, Don't Deliver Us from Evil, Dread, El Topo, Evolution, Ex-Drummer, Family Portraits, A Trilogy of America, Fat Girl, Feed, Female Trouble, Fight for Your Life, Flesh and Blood, Flesh for Frankenstein, The Vanishing, Part 6 Cinema of Transgression and Extreme Gore, Fluido, Fetus, Frat House, Goodbye Uncle Tom, Garden of Love, Giallo in Venice, Otto or Up with Dead People, LA Zombie, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, Hell of the Living Dead, I Drink Your Blood, I Eat Your Skin, Jack the Ripper, The Holy Mountain, The Green Inferno, Jigoku, Human Experiments, I'll Bury You Tomorrow, Human Lanterns, Hunter's Blood, Home Movie, Hail Mary, Hardware, Infection, Help Me Eros, Kidnapped, The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, The House with Laughing Windows, The Iron Rose, Johnny Got His Gun, Julie Darling, The Virgin Spring, Candisha, Ken Park, Jesus Camp, Part 7 Global Disturbances and Cult Obscurities, Ilsa Film Series, Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS, Ilsa Harem Keeper of the Oil Sheikhs, Ilsa the Tigress of Siberia, Ilsa the Wicked Warden, Kink, Maniac from 1980, Maniac from 2012, Wolf Creek, Malatesta's Carnival of Blood, Landmine Goes Click, Stoic, Dar the Divorce, The Last House on Dead End Street, Martin, L'Anticristo, Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, The Life and Death of a Porno Gang, The Mad Fox, Murder Set Pieces, The Borderlands Final Prayer, Cure, Mother of Tears, La Madre Muerta, Killing Spree, Lebet, Kill List, Killers, Kotoko, Macabro, Long Pigs, Morituris, King of the Ants, La Grande Bouffe, The Last Horror Movie, Mom and Dad, The Living Dead Girl, Mother's Day, Love Object, Seed, Mumsy, Nanny, Sonny and Girly, The Mutations, Mysterious Skin, Snowtown, Terrifier 2 and 3, Part 8 Nightmares and Taboos, The Manson Family, Pinocchio 964, Necromania, Pig, Peeping Tom, Deliverance, Caligula, Knife Plus Heart, Necromantia, Penetration Angst, No Reason, Necrophagia Nightmare Scenarios, Pieces, The Offspring, Kneel by Mouth, Naked Lunch, Occult, The Night of the Hunted, Out of the Blue, Scrapbook, Night Train Murders, Opera, Nothing Bad Can Happen, Freaks, No Child of Mine, On the Silver Globe, Border, Mother, The Other Side of the Underneath, Patrick Still Lives, Tenantomorphs, Vulgar, Part 9 The Final Descent, Red, White and Blue, Raw Meat, Rampage, Rigor Mortis, Proxy, Rabid, Punishment Park, The Redeemer, Son of Satan, Reflections of Evil, Reincarnation, Exhibit A, Threads, Blight of Humanity, Funny Games, Angst, Senseless, Disturbing and Gory Animation, Animation allows for body horror and psychological trauma that live action often can't replicate. Genocyber, Violence Jack Evil Town, Wicked City, Midori, Perfect Blue, Where the Dead Go to Die, Mad God, Apocalypse Zero, The Plague Dogs, Belladonna of Sadness, Barefoot Gen, Angel Cop, The Wolf House. How many of these movies have you seen, and which one left the biggest impact on you? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, you can subscribe to the channel.